Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the privilege and the opportunity, the honor for allowing me to invade your space once again on this beautiful day. I want to real quick address an issue that I saw trending on social media this past week. As a relationship coach, I just felt I should just weigh in on the conversation. Now, there has been tales, stories and experiences, real life experiences of men who have come under the weight of, bearing the burden of family as in terms of responsibility, and their partner not giving them any kind of support or any kind, to be more specific, financial support. And it took me back to an incident that I had. I was taking a couple through infidelity recovery. And the man said these exact words, that he wanted to feel as young as he actually is, and not as old as the responsibility of marriage has made him look. So back to the issue. What is it about providing for the family that has made women to, some wives to feel very entitled and other men to be unappreciative of their wife? One is the culture and the ideologies that have been passed down from generation to generation. And for Christians, the popular phrase of a man who can't provide for his family is worse than an infidel. The scripture in 1 Timothy that was referring to this issue about a man who cannot provide for his home is worse than an infidel was actually an admonition from Apostle Paul to a particular church, and the message was referring to widows. So Paul was trying to put a structure on how to give assistance to these widows, right? This had nothing to do with marriage, okay? Ideally, marriage, whether the man is earning, I've seen debates, if the man is earning more, what should the woman, and the woman is, the one is earning more and the man is earning less, who should bear certain responsibilities? Those questions shouldn't come into marriage. Why? Because marriage is not a business merger. It is not a transaction. What is in it for me? You start hearing some very, business terms that creep into marriage. Your spouse is not your partner. Partner is a business term, except you're not legally married. If you're married, the person is your spouse. When you even start with the basics of using correct language, you'll be able to understand, it does something to your mind. First of all, you need to understand that your family is a nation. It's a nation. Whenever God was addressing individuals in the Bible, he always addressed the family as a nation. You are a nation. Nigeria, whichever country you belong to, started as a family, and you have now proliferated into becoming a full-blown nation. It started with a union of a man and a woman, in marriage, right? When you understand that, you will begin to, deal with issues differently. You are a nation. Your husband is the president and the wife is the vice president. Every income that is made in this nation it should be addressed, handled as what I call internally generated revenue. Those were not my language. I can't remember who gave me that slang, but that's the word I use even when I'm in therapy, right? Every income generated in that family is considered an internally generated revenue. So when you see the finances of the nation that way, it doesn't matter who is bringing in more, because every plan, if your husband is earning $1 million and you're earning $3 million, this family is making 4 million naira, and whatever plans we are making it based on that. That is the income, because everyone is contributing. Everyone is bringing in something that makes it possible for you to be able to function in your daily life. So when you're planning, you should be able to see it from that point of view. If couples can see their finances from this point of view, a lot of tension that has to do with money. There are people that are very finicky, very emotional, sentimental about their income. That is because they have not understood the purpose of marriage and the oneness happens in marriage, right? I don't even want to go into I don't want to go into a lot of theatrics, but let me just keep it really simple. Now, for the exceptions, in a case where you have identified that your spouse is not prudent, you're not financially compatible, they are reckless with money, you are a saver, they are spenders. In fact, there's a balance to this thing there, because there are people that call themselves savers that are actually stingy, right? They don't even want to do anything with money. They are afraid of their tomorrow, so they approach money and finances from a place of fear, scarcity. That also is a problem, right? If you know that you're not on the same page with your spouse when it has to do with money, then please, by all means, seek for professional help to be able to help you piecing the dots, add those, bring you guys to that leveling playing ground where you can now agree on what to do with your finances. In fact, before you get married, that's one of the packages that we offer as in premarital counseling. We talk about money, because money is a very sensitive issue that has caused a lot of homes to break, and people shy away from it because they don't want to give a certain impression about themselves. But you need to have those hard conversations, because if you don't, they will affect you in marriages, except in the places where there are these kinds of exceptions, where there is no financial income, there's financial compatibility, you people see money from two different points, then you should have that conversation before you say I do. You shouldn't be having that conversation in marriage. But the truth is that marriage is about adaptability. You are adapting to each other. It becomes easier if in your core, in your values, you are similar. You'll be able to manage the differences that come with your personalities. But if you are having issues in your core, in your values, your problem is amplified, right? So what is the summary of everything that I've said to you today? If you're married, and I'm very careful using the word spouse, a partner is different. If you're in a relationship, this rule does not apply to you. Why doesn't it apply to you? Marriage offers you a certain, it's like the highest level of commitment of in a relationship for individuals, okay, that are dating. Marriage is the highest level of commitment that is recognized by law, and otherwise, spiritually, legally, traditionally, right? Marriage offers you that security. This video is tailored specifically to married people and how they should start dealing with their finances, because the issues around finances shouldn't be causing the kind of breakdown that are happening in marriages. If you care about your spouse, you love your spouse, why do you see them suffer just so that you can prove what? So more often than not, what the man in that relationship or the woman in that relationship is dealing with is the mentality of who they are in a marriage with, and that needs to change. In the multitude of counsel, there is safety. Get somebody to look at things different from your perspective. I hope this video was helpful. Please share with someone who you think needs to hear this advice. If you have questions, or if you need me to address some of your questions, please put them in the comment section and I will respond as quickly as I see them. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Help spread the gospel of love, and let's help build healthy marriages. Contribute your quota by sharing this video and giving me a thumbs up. Until I come your way next week, I'm still your girl. Keep loving, keep living, keep enjoying. Hasta la vista.